I was born in the D. I was born in Providence Hospital.
Now, when it comes to the city of Detroit, is it a certain part you represent?
Like, at this point, I'm putting on for my whole city. Like, I grew up on the east side. I'm from a west side family, you feel me? Like, first place I ever lived was Joy Road. But then, like, my mama, like, we the only people, like, in my family who ever lived on the east side. But, like, I grew up on the east, for real. But I don't really, like, how I look at it, like, the east side niggas I do fuck with is, like, the niggas from my neighborhood. Like, I'm from State Fair. I'm from State Fair in 75. So, like, I fuck with them niggas, but most of my friends is, like, west side niggas and shit, because, like, that's where all my people from over there.
Was that ever an issue for you, the east and west thing?
I mean, shit, my west side friends ain't never used to come on the east side. But shit, other than that, no, that shit wasn't, like, really both ways. Like, other than that, that shit wasn't really, you know, I never got into the fuck this side or fuck that side, because I got so many real dealings with people from both sides. That shit never was my concern. And then shit, at this point, I'm trying to help lift up a whole city. We running hard, so.
Now, speaking of the city, growing up in Detroit, and you kind of gave us a little glimpse there, but paint that picture for us. What was it like for you growing up in Detroit?
Growing up in the D, that shit was like, Detroit really like a fucking rap song. Like, for real. Like, everything you hear in our music, that's really what it is. From like, but people don't understand, like, our city got like it's like a dark, humorous place, you feel me? Like, everybody, like, they try to get this depressing outlook on the D, but it's like, shit, it's depressing, but niggas up there happy. Like, you have to be from the D, like, Detroit play about everything. Like, anything negative, sad, fucked up happened with Detroit people on the internet playing about it. It's like, we became our own little world up there, for real. Like, the D just even from our culture, our own food, how we dress, shit. Even before, like, the music, like, as, like, the real street artists, like, now we gaining more traction and shit. Even before that, we basically had our own little industry, you feel me? So, Detroit's special. Like, I'm glad to be a D nigga, for real, for real.
Growing up financially, what class were you in?
Lower, with glimpses of, top of the high, lower and high lower. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, lower, like, you feel me? Like, I ain't, my mom wasn't going to Payless, but I wasn't getting all the J's type shit, you feel me? Like, regular Detroit shit probably, but it's regular little fucked up on the edge type shit, you know?
Growing up financially like that, how did that affect you? Hindsight 2020, looking at things.
Shit, made, like, typical shit, like, it made me want to get some money, but no, that shit really made me understand really how to value money, how to really treat that money shit now. Like, it's like, I had a lot of good times fucked up. You feel me? Now I ain't fucked up, and I still be having good time, but it seems like that shit it don't shift shit like you think. It just add a new set of problems or a new type of problems. Like, so, like, it was always one of them things like, all right, I gotta down there get some money to, like, even start to feel happy so you can deal with the real problems, you know what I'm saying? You can't being super broke as fuck and miserable shit going on, oh man, that's the mega blender. Never wanna be like that.
What were one of those good times you mentioned when you didn't have a lot of money, but it was a good moment for you?
Shit, just every day you have a good time. Just in my hood, like, I lived across the street from, like, basketball court and shit, like, just shit. All you needed was a ball, you going over there, all my niggas over there, them was good times, you feel me? Like, for real, they're just doing shit like going to the store deep as hell with my mans and we all stealing out that bitch, just hold the gas station door open. I remember one time, bro, we used to go to the store and just steal all the Cheetos. I kept pulling Cheetos out my book bag. Teacher was sick. I was loaded. I swear to God, I smelled like 100 quarter bags in my book bag. And I was getting my hair braided in that bitch, going world. They wasn't fucking with me in that bitch.
Didn't get in trouble for the Cheeto?
Hell yeah, I got suspended, all type of shit. They went world on me, don't get it twisted to shit. It was all right.
Now, what was the biggest obstacle you faced, money-wise, growing up?
It was like this. Like when I was little, you know how when you be little, you really don't even, you ain't all the way grasping what's going on. Like, I knew we wasn't rich, but we wasn't homeless and shit, so it was like, all right. But like, I think around middle school, I probably realized my mama wasn't generating the proper funding to keep up with the things I wanted and the shit that, you know, my brothers needed and she needed, you feel me? Like, so it was like, shit, I got to it. Like, I really, like, all my fucked up shit, it came like just growing up doing shit on my own. Like, I ain't about to wait and see how much further fucked up we is. Like, I'm about to get to it for real. Like, I never investigated, like, the real financial issue once I kind of seen it was one. It was like, I gotta get to it.
When you get to it, do you try the job route?
Come on, Smallz. Of course not. That's not what I wanted to do. I never wanted a name tag. You feel me? I never wanted, like, hell no. The first thing I ever did, me, for my own cheese person, we used to drop stats. We used to steal Ram tires. Ram 1500. Them bitches was going crazy. That was like my first step out into entrepreneurship. Oh yeah, I'm for sure about to steal all your tires off your shit.
Now, did somebody put you on to that?
Yeah. One of my niggas put me on. What's so crazy? They had been doing it. And then I'm like, shit, my time has come. I'm fucked up. Jay's coming out this weekend. There's all type of trash going on. I need them bitches. My man's put me together. I appreciate him.
Now,
you know, ain't have to do that.
Now, back then, when it comes to street activity and looking down that path, obviously it can come with consequences. It can come with a certain level of stress. It can come with that looking over your shoulder feeling. It can come with jail time. It can come with violence. Worst case, death. Did you experience?
I mean, I did everything but died. Like shit, so. You know shit, everything you did, I did everything but die, bro. So.
Experience the death of others?
Yeah, like.
From it?
Niggas dying around me, I done been to jail, had to get on niggas' ass, I done got robbed the fuck out of niggas, all type of shit. Like, every layer to the street shit, I've been through that shit, so like, that's what the thirst is, to get the fuck away from that shit, for real. Like, I don't do that shit. Like, hell no, bro. It's a big ass bag out here. This a big ass world. Like, on some real shit, Small. Like, think how many niggas ain't go bump into you. They all don't even know where we at. We in the sweet ass building going platinum. Only niggas who know where we at is niggas who just left and was with Smallz. Bitch, I'm going platinum. You fuck that shit. If you, all right, Smallz, if you was fucked up your whole life and you found a way to not be fucked up, would you still be fucked up? Come on now.
Now, looking back at yourself, hindsight 2020, did you know this stuff from the jump when you got into it?
You vaguely know. Because if you're not in it, you just kind of go off what you see or it's like all this shit is kind of but it don't mean shit till it damn near happen to you or hit close to home. Like shit, I knew niggas was snitching, but I didn't know how real it was till a nigga told on me, like, damn, that boy's out here getting spicy. You feel me? Like, think about it, you know niggas killing. Your mans get killed, like, damn, niggas killing. Like, you know, all this shit mean more when it hit the crib, when it's fake. You know.
Now, when you're immersed in this path, did you have an exit strategy back then?
I mean, not necessarily a strategy, but it was always one of the things I don't want to do this shit forever. Like, I might have fell into the strategy, like once I got some shit going, but like no, it was just like I don't want to do this shit forever. I think that's how a lot of times a lot of niggas live. Like they know what they don't want to do, they just ain't figured out exactly what they do want to do, you know.
Thinking back, any regrets?
No, that shit built a lot of character. Like, you know, I like to think I'm a pretty solid nigga, and a lot of that shit I've been through helped build that shit. So no, I don't regret shit for real.
Was it worth it? Was the risk worth the reward, or what you got out of it back then?
That's like, to me, that's like a double-sided answer I had, cause like, for the end necessarily no, but the experience that built me to maybe not do something even dumber than certain shit, like, yeah. Like, I guess so now that since I made it out of certain shit and I'm able to do what I love and elevate, yeah, all that shit was worth it. That shit be having you feel like a soldier, like P and them nigga, like when you been through that wall, like even a lot of time, like just being a street artist, niggas think you gotta overdo it, but it be like, I'm actually happy. Like nigga, I ain't around this bitch mad no more. So it's like, I don't even try to project that energy because when I was mad, niggas knew.
Now, when you start going down that road of the streets, you hide it from your parents at first?
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I don't think now unless, like think about if your parents not involved in it, even when they is, a lot of times you don't want them, that's not what the fuck you supposed to be doing. Hey son, what you about to do? I'm gonna sell some dope. I'll be back, man. Like, you know that shit really kinda don't work like that. You feel me?
How did they first find out you were?
My mama first found out shit. I think I did some janky shit, like got locked up. For real, for real.
Was she surprised? Was she disappointed? Was she upset?
I think she was more disappointed than surprised. You know, I think my mama always kind of seen I was gonna get on some bullshit, probably. So.
Did she try to persuade you from
I mean,
that path?
yeah, like, of course she ain't like, hey, go to jail and shit, but you know, I don't think it was on. I think she was more so like she already knew what type of time I was on once I got on it. Like, I ain't got that come rescue you, mama. Oh my God, my baby in jail. Yeah, told you was gonna end up in jail. That's like my mom had, so shit.
You were obviously in school
Mm-hmm.
when you were partaking in street activities, so you were 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to complete high school? Were you able to get a degree?
Yeah, I went to college. I went to prison from college. Like shit. That's why I be telling. I done seen every side of this shit. Like from super street shit to college to prison. Like it's like a breath of fresh air to just be like, all right, now I'm doing something I want to do. I'm able to get paid, get experience. You know what I'm saying?
How much prison time did you have to serve?
I was only in prison a year.
And what was the charge?
Home invasions.
Now, when it comes to the subject of robbery or home invasion, is that a subject I can dive into a little bit further?
Fuck no. Just cause no. We gonna keep it on the safe side.
Okay.
I did it. I did my time. Shit, I'm out here. I'm fucking with you. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
Now, you did do college. How much you end up getting a degree in college as well?
No, I ended up getting to prison from college. My freshman year, that's when I went to the joint.
Oh, I see. And we'll dissect that a little bit. When it comes to school, what type of kid would you say you were in class? How would you characterize yourself back then?
I was the kid who would get done my work first and just instantly get on bullshit and just get to playing, you know, just 'cause I'm bored, wasn't really occupied and shit.
Did you hang with a certain type of crowd? Were you part of a certain type of clique back then?
Yeah, I was with the other badass little niggas. You know who I was with? I'm still with them niggas, you hear me?
And when it comes to music, how young did that start?
Music, I really didn't like give a fuck about music. Like my friends and them been rapping. Like they was rapping and shit. And it was just like, my one man used to always be like, it's only 3 of us, you feel me? Like we need, you know, 'cause Detroit a group city, you feel me? Like, come on, bro, you gotta rap to balance everything out and shit. So really the rap shit started like, what's this, 2019? I say for real, literally like 5 years ago. Like right around the time I went to the joint. Like one of my mans, like he was just always on me about doing this shit. Then I really jumped into it and really finding my love for the shit after I got out. Like, all right, let me fuck this music. You know how you get out of jail with all these big ass plans and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got out. All that shit was cap. I was fucked up. So I was thinking like, damn, what I'm about to do? Like, fuck it, I'm about to rap for real right quick.
So that was more,
Shit really was on some half court. Like,
more
this bitch done went in on y'all. Nice song through this bitch.
So that was more in adulthood. You take
Yeah.
music serious, not as a kid.
No, I ain't the nigga who like I was 9 writing in my notebook. No, this shit, it just kind of started and I'm coming.
Wasn't the type that was like freestyling with other kids.
Sick, I hated them niggas. Like the niggas who used to just sit up and rap and shit. I used to be like, bro, you rapping, bro? Yeah, all right. Like, fuck that shit. Like, I never, like, that's what's so crazy now that I'm so into it and like fuck with just the art of music. Cause I ain't give a fuck about this shit. But it probably wasn't time for me to give a fuck. Shit, nigga, I was still in sets. You hear me?
Did you ever do music classes when you were in school?
Nah, I wasn't really at schools that was providing all that type of shit.
Not in band, not in chorus, none of that type stuff.
Come on, Smallz. I'm from Detroit, bro.
What about sports? You
I
mentioned
hooped. I hooped. I was the hoop nigga. Like, I love basketball. But shit, that shit got dead too. Like, damn, they don't start paying early enough for this shit. I'm scared of them.
Never did JV, never did varsity.
Yeah, I hooped in high school.
You did?
Yeah, I hooped in high school. It was just like one of them things like, shit, this not about to be my next step of life. Like, I ain't about to go to the NBA and shit. That was just one of my hobbies. That's how I know. Cause soon as the high school was winding down, I'm like, yeah, this shit, you know, I love the game. Like, shit, I popped out. I'm down here came to McDonald's game. Like, I still love the game, but shit, I might get out there and play that shit. That ain't what they cut my check for.
Were you even good back then?
Yeah, I was good. Come on, Smallz, you trying to throw the no look. You know I got game. You know I'm gonna take you to the parking structure and bust your ass after this for accident. I gotta take Smallz in the paint.
I might not even be a challenge for you, but I'm saying, you know, back then.
Oh yeah, I used to get off. Yeah.
Good enough to get some sort of athletic scholarship back then, or no?
Yeah, like I had like D2 schools fucking with me and shit like that, but it was like, hey, that ain't the pinnacle. So I ain't had that like that super passion, like I'm about to grind at this school, work my way up. Like, oh damn, guess it's time for me to find the next thing I'm finna do. Shit, run around this bitch hooping. Doesn't matter. I just see myself not wasting all that time hooping. Cause I look at all the niggas who ain't pop hooping in, like you just still hooping, ain't got no cheese. And they need not the real hoop niggas who like went to the league or overseas. Just the niggas like, shit, you trying to go to the gym? Like, no, I ain't trying to go to the gym, bitch. You should have dropped you the CD or something, boy. You hear me?
What position were you back then?
Point guard.
What jersey number?
11.
Was there a meaning behind that number?
Yeah, I fuck with, like my grandma, she used to always tell me like about Isaiah Thomas and shit, so when I started playing, like that was kind of her suggestion, and I went with my granny's suggestion, so I was fucking with 11.
Did the team ever go to state?
No, actually we used to be getting our ass blue. That's another reason I wasn't motivated. Like, damn, we getting blue. I ain't going to the league. What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do?
Now, what about superlatives? Before you graduate high school, you know, as a senior, they give these awards like most likely to succeed, best dressed, biggest flirt, things of that nature. Did you ever win a senior superlative? They usually give these like in the yearbook, like these yearbook awards.
Actually, I ain't winning none of that shit. On some real shit. But I wouldn't know that shit now. Cause I'm more crispy than everybody I graduated. I'm more funny. Bitch. I wouldn't know that shit on the re-election. Fuck you talking about?
Now, you did go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Was that something you do right away after high school's done, or do you take a break before you start?
Yeah, no, I went. I got that shit over with. Me and my man's like, you know, we went. It was, you know, we went to jail after that. That was that. Like, no, it wasn't no time off type shit. That's why, like, when I got out, I don't think that's why I went back, because I think that shit really just stemmed from growing up where we from. Like, we seen what one side of was, the niggas who didn't go to school or certain shit who was in the streets. Like, all right, let's try to do something different, you feel me? Like, shit, that shit fell apart. Like, all right, we just go back to regularly scheduled programming. Like,
What school did you attend?
Michigan State.
And back then, what was the reason for that choice?
Shit, they was fucking with me. Like, they wasn't trying to, you know, charge an arm and a leg to come to school. And shit, they accepted me. I went to that bitch. It wasn't really like no deep rooted, because actually everybody in my family, like university admission, like my granddad's, you know, up there is like split up there. Like a lot of families, either one school or the other. Like I'm down there from a UAM family. But shit, State was talking good.
Oh, I see. How did your family members feel about that?
About it, like
Being that
it's
they-
like my family set up in two ways. It's like the people in my family who was successful and older and doing their thing, and then the ratchet part, like with my my people who into shit and my addicts in the family, like shit. Their sides are so far apart from each other. I damn near don't know if some of my people even know. I don't know if they know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck they doing, honestly.
I see.
You feel me? I still know, I know, like, I know what some of them motherfuckers got going on, but I don't think they too much gave a fuck.
How much schooling do you actually get under your belt before the jail situation happens?
Let me see.
Are you in your first semester as a freshman?
No, it's actually right when we came back from Christmas break. We got popped February. So about a semester and a half.
And when you first attend, you were under no scholarship, no grants, nothing.
Yeah. Like we had grants and scholarships. We ain't just had all the way full rides though, but we was good. Like no, we fumbled the football for sure. But shit, like I said, what's so crazy? Cause like everybody who was supposed to graduate with us, just recently they graduated, like last December and shit. Like, and it's just like shit. I don't see myself that. I would have found the way out that bitch anyway. I ain't gonna lie. Cause just looking like that shit, like everybody who go be professionals, like we all go meet at the finish line. It's just how you want to get there. Like I couldn't see myself dealing with that whole ass shit the rest of them years anyway. So shit, like I said, like when you asked me do I regret anything, like no, a lot of shit wasn't worth certain shit at the time, but it led to certain roads that I was able to draw down.
After you get out of prison, was there any thought on ever going back to do the college thing at all?
Man,
or
hell no.
That was dead.
That shit was so dead. I was fucked up and grown. Nobody was thinking about no school. You hear me?
Now, I do want to ask you about your family a little bit. You mentioned your mom in this interview segment. What happened to Dad?
Shit, my daddy was locked up. My daddy a real nigga. Like, I ain't got the story. Like, I don't fuck with my dog. My daddy a real nigga, you feel me? Like, shit, he just couldn't keep the people off his ass. You know what I'm saying? My dad's a money getting cool nigga. Like, see, my daddy, if he was out, he would have saved me from that low line. You feel me? We had some shit going. But you know, like shit, I fuck with my pops. Like I fuck with my mama. Like shit, cool.
Is he out?
No, he back in that bitch.
He's been in and out, or there was a.
Yeah, he went in, did like 10. He got out for a couple years. Then he went back.
When he did that 10, was that state or federal?
Fed.
May I ask for what?
You know, trafficking.
While he was locked up, you maintained a good relationship with him?
Yeah, I just went that fed family hour hundreds of times. That shit, like, that type of shit stick with you too, for real though.
Explain.
Like, when you go in there and just, you gotta think about like how that bitch you set up, you go in there and all you seeing is other families, like, but you know, like you seeing the crying from the kids, you seeing the nigga that's locked up, like that shit is like a feeling, like it's hard to explain if you ain't like, everybody who done went to visit a parent locked up, like, they know it's just like a feeling, like a thickness in the air, like, damn.
Do you remember back then how he got taken?
I mean, no, I wasn't there when like he got arrested and shit like that, so no. I just remember going through the process, like him being out on bond, court type shit, you know what I'm saying? Then I guess when they put his ass in the blender, like, shit. Had to go to that bitch to see him. He couldn't come see me. You feel me?
After his 10-year stint was done, were you there on his release?
Yeah.
What was that like?
That shit was hype. Like, I did a lot of, like, little small shit. Like, first time I ever went to the Titty Bars with my daddy. Like, shit like that. Like, we got some moments, you know.
While you were growing up, even though he was locked up, was there another male figure in your life?
Hey, I'm about to fuck you up. Like my basketball coaches and shit, yeah. But, like, my mama fucked with a lot of hoe-ass niggas growing up. I ain't like none of my mama boyfriends, like. And now that I'm grown, bro, I really beat y'all niggas' ass. I ain't fuck with none of my mama's boyfriends. She always kept a hoe nigga around. So, no. It was me and my niggas. For real.
No uncle, no grandfather, no...
I mean, like, even my big cousin and shit, they had got locked up. Like I'm from, like, a dope family. So, like, all my actual influences was, like, people who was probably around for positive shit I was in. Like I said, my basketball coaches, you know what I'm saying? I remember my math teacher in my middle school was real heavy in my life, you know what I'm saying?
When he finally comes home after the 10 years, was that an emotional moment?
Yeah, you know, that shit was platinum. Like, that's my daddy. That's nigga I look up to, you feel me? Like, so yeah, that was hype.
When he comes home, does he treat you like a friend? Does he treat you like a parent-son relationship?
I mean, no, cause like I was when my daddy came home, I was out here. Like, he couldn't just come, you know, and like the whole time he was in there, we always, you know, had dialogue and we were straight. Like, he came and just jumped in the rotation. Like, he my daddy. Like, their respect was never gone. Like, this my pops. But he ain't come on no, hey, this how we doing shit. All like, my daddy a cool nigga. Like, you know. It wasn't never we wasn't pulling from each other. It was like, look, you know, like, we done lost a lot of time. I don't think he came on no being too. And then at that point, like, I was already going my move. You hear me? I was doing whatever I was doing.
When you do your 1 year in prison, was that after he had already come home?
Yeah.
How soon do you get locked up after he comes home?
Literally, like, probably like some months, for real. No, no. Actually, for real, it was actually like a year and a half. That shit was a little bit longer than that.
And what was his reaction to you having to actually do time?
Shit, his ass ended up getting locked back up. And fuck around, he had an allergic reaction. You hear me? He done got in trouble too. This shit contagious. He's scared of us.
Now, just curious, with some of the things that we just discussed there, You mentioned earlier in this segment that, maybe had he not done this time, things may have played a little bit different in your life. Do you feel like he ever felt guilty for that? Do you feel like he feels some type of way for how things played out in your life?
I mean, that's a natural, I think, fatherly feeling. Yeah, he had expressed that to me before. Like, I told him, like, shit, the dice rolled how they rolled already. Like, so we don't really get into that type of shit. It's like, I'm more of a realist. Like, even ever since I was a kid, I've always been more realistic than, like, like, in the fantasy world. Like, I always kind of base shit off what's more likely to happen. Like, even like, with this rap shit, like, getting bigger and, like, being out getting mobbed by fans, I always be telling my girl, like, man, this shit feel fake. Because it do for real, like, this not like where I'm from, even just being around the shit I was around growing up, like, this wasn't the likely occurrence. So, like, when I be like, she be like, you gotta quit saying that. I be like, shit, they gotta quit feeling like this. Like, this shit feel fake. Like.
And on the opposite end of the spectrum there, was there ever a feeling from you towards him of resentment or anger because he had to do that time?
No, like, my pops, like here's my recipe for my grandma Nora. Like, she was always in my life heavy. So, even being in there, he had a presence through his mama. Like, I always understood it was never no shit like, cause when he was out there, like, I was straight. He was a hands-on dad. He just got caught up in what he was caught up in. Like, so it was never no disconnect as far as how he felt about me as a parent and no shit like that, or if he really rocked with me.
I see. And just for referencing here, because I don't think we discussed age, do you remember how old about you were when he actually goes in for that set of 10?
Yeah, I was 6.
Just to kind of put like a timeline on it.
I was 6. Like, I remember he caught the case when I was like 5, and they sat his ass down when I was like 6.
So you're about 16, maybe 17
I got out when he was like, when I was like 17 and a half, he got out. And then I caught my case, like, 'cause I got locked up when I was 19. Yeah, so yeah.
Just to kind of put like a little timeline there. Now, what about as far as siblings? You have other siblings?
Yeah, I got other siblings, from my mom and from my dad.
How many of each?
My mom, I got 2 brothers. My dad, I got, damn, my stepmama had really started getting off though. I got 2 brothers and a little sister.
Now, where do you stand as far as on that ladder amongst the other siblings? Are you towards the oldest? Are you in the middle? Maybe towards the youngest? Where do you stand?
No, actually, I'm the oldest on both sides. I'm the oldest in my mama kids and my daddy kids.
What's that like, being the oldest child in the family?
Growing up, that shit was like, a lot of responsibility. One of my brothers a hoe, always telling and shit, blaming me for drinking and popping shit, that type of shit, But now as an adult, everybody kind of older now. Like I said, like, I come from like a broken family for real, so it's like everybody interactions is more fleeting. You know what I'm saying? So.
Were you the only sibling that took that street path?
No, I wasn't the only one. Shit might be the only one who did it right though. You hear me?
Now, as far as music, are you the only one in the family that does music?
Mm-hmm.
What does your family think about your music career choice?
I mean, shit. Now they dick sucking. You know how that shit be, the ones who, like, the ones who wasn't fucking with me and shit, they be all remembering they my cousin and shit. But shit, I forgot now, you hear me? But, no, but the ones who been around, it's just like, all right, we gotta keep pushing. Like, none of this shit is done yet. You know, none of that shit is done yet. So every feeling damn near need to be temporary because this ain't what we need to be experiencing. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I hit a milestone with even the shit I do, it's like, all right, boom, this got done, it feel good, but let's go. Because like none of this shit is never gonna be the end. You hear me?
As far as your parents, have they been supportive of it?
Yeah, like my pop's supportive. Like, I think it's one of them things how you can't support it when it's going. Either that, you know, everything you support when it's going right. You know, so.
Some parents are supportive right away. Some have to warm up to it. Sounds like they had to warm up to it.
No, like my pops was always with whatever I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think when I started rapping, my mama like, all right, this nigga just freestyling that life. Nah, he just tried to figure something out.
Now, it's one thing for a parent to be supportive of what their child does. It's another for them to actually like what their child does. So in this case, when it comes to the music, what do they actually think about your music? Not the fact that you're doing music, but your actual music.
I know my daddy fuck with it because I'm talking that talk. I'm talking what he like to hear. And my mama like shit, like, I think it's like one of the mamas like, damn, that's my baby. I think even if your mama don't like your music, you being her baby and other people going crazy, they eventually start liking that shit because they accept like, all right, he cussing and start doing all this shit, but that's my baby, he doing his thing. So I think it kind of come like that with her.
Have either of them had a chance to see you perform live yet? Not yet.
No.
When it comes to mom or dad, and good relationship with each at this point, best advice either of them have ever given you? Thinking back, is there something, even me asking that question, is there something that just sticks in your head that they always seem to say when it comes to advice? Is there something something either of them has said to you that just best advice?
I think all that shit just the cliche shit. You know, my dad done said all type of fire ass real nigga shit. So I don't know if you can even consider that advice. You know what I'm saying? Like just my dad done gave me a lot of real game. But you know what parents say: do your best. Don't ever think you can't do it. You know all that shit. Like the real shit be coming from situations. Like, you know, I done sat up kicking it with my pops, a nigga done did some bullshit or whatever. Like, yeah, and see this why, you know, that's where a lot of, I come from a lot of like experience-based type shit.
Now, when you say, you know, the cliche stuff like your mom says or dad says,
Yeah,
do your best.
Yeah,
and
they
that
always
sort of
gave
thing.
advice, you know, but.
Are you living up to that? Like even that cliche
Yeah,
line there?
I think I'm damn near exceeding it because I'm doing some shit that wasn't in nobody plans for me damn near probably but God looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like, oh, he been rapping forever. Like, no, I ain't had that. So it's like, we ain't even see this shit coming. So just the fact that I'm attacking it like this, I think I'm doing damn good.